what, up to 300 now?
Yeah, 300. So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
how'd you like it?
I feel like I was a little bit bored, honestly.
Yeah,
with this section.
this section, I feel like it was like ramping up for like something, and there's nothing happened.
I think that's intentional.
Yeah.
But like, there's so
It's
much
just,
about like the history of the hotel and all of this like, I don't know.
Yeah,
the,
the
like
whole history of the
stuff.
hotel, and then
Yeah.
he like called the dude.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, why are you doing that? And it's, I don't know. I'm interested in like Danny's story right now and Wendy's story,
Not really.
and I'm just getting frustrated with Jax because it's like interesting and you have all this like anticipation of like, oh gosh, is he gonna be okay? What's gonna happen? But then also like it's just kind of boring because a lot of it is like businessy, like factual, rather than like more of a like emotional, juicy storyline. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely think that the same thing. It's just
I struggled through like that 30 pages where he was like looking through his scrapbook.
I
Oh
skimmed
my
that
God.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah.
what is this gonna? So like, I feel like that was like that entire thing was just so that he had an excuse to get angry again. I was like, what?
Yeah, and it was like he was looking for it, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I like how Danny's like reading the minds and being a little more honest about all of the stuff in his head.
the host.
I like how the hose is spooky. I liked how with Tony, he's like kind of less happening with Tony, so that you're like anticipating it more. Yeah.
But so summary. It starts out with them in the doctor's office, and Danny is explaining to the doctor, kind of not really The Shining, but like Danny and stuff. Tony, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He goes into the state and stuff, and the doctor just thinks it's like stress. And
Yeah, he says like, I'm not a psychologist, but like we kind of are allowed to like write kids off as like, or write off some of the mental natures of kids as like because they're kids. Like you don't, like if a kid has like an imaginary friend or whatever that's talking to them, we're like, oh, let's just like, because the kids, there's psychological reasons for that, it'll be fine. And then if you're like an adult and you have like this imaginary friend who's talking to you, then it's like creepy. Like it's creepy and it's like a disorder and it's like all this complicated stuff going on, and we like have a stigma around it and everything. And I think that, I don't know, because like a lot of it I think is Tony's like, I mean Danny's
Shining.
I mean, a lot of it is The Shining, and then a lot of it is, I think, just like normal-ish kid stuff, and like issues with his parents. But like, obviously, he does have actual like human people's minds.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. So doctor's office, and then they go back to the hotel.
There's a lot of like real-world situations in it, and like really important, complicated topics, even though it's like paranormal.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Okay. So. After the doctor's office.
Red room.
Okay, after the doctor's office. I don't know why I did that. Okay, after the doctor's office.
They made a really weird face if it makes you feel any better. When you're watching that back, you're not going to be embarrassed about your little screen.
Thumbnail.
You're going to be embarrassed about my face.
Anyway, okay, so they go back to the hotel, and Danny's walking. Oh no, Jack is going out on a walk, and Wendy's taking a nap. So while they're doing that, Danny is like wandering around. He wants to go into room 217. But he's like, oh no, wait, I don't think I should. And then he's walking away from room 217. And there's this hose.
Like a fire extinguisher
hose thing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, that is a creepy hose. And then the hose starts moving. He's like, whoa, that didn't move. It was just my imagination. And he starts walking towards it, and he gets really freaked out. And then it starts chasing him. And then he's running down the hall. He's like, oh my gosh. And he's yelling for help, but he can't because it's still top like everybody. And when they get scared. And then and he turns around behind him, and the hose is gone. So was the hose really attacking him? It was. I don't know. And so yeah.
I predict that he's gonna go into room 217 at some point.
Yeah. And then Jack does all that stupid crap, and he researches into the hotel because all their darkest history is in the basement apparently. Oh, the scrapbook. Remember, Danny had seen in the future his dad going to the scrapbook.
Yeah.
In the basement looking at it, and then that actually happened. So that was just another occurrence of him looking into the future. So I don't know if that's like it's gonna lead something really bad. Anyway, so then he gets in the whole job because
He kind of already led something really bad.
well, yeah, he almost got fired because he called up and he's like, I'm gonna write a book about it and you suck.
We're gonna dig up all your secrets.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh crap, I'm gonna get fired. Wah. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then
He's having all of his. It looks like a swan.
okay. Kind of does. Okay.
Okay. He's having all of his like drinking symptoms, but he's not actually drinking.
Oh
He's
yeah.
having sort of his anger issues coming back. He's like wiping his lips as though he's like having excess moisture there. He is. There's another. He's like starting to have aspirin again. He's like chewing it, which can be addictive, and he's had like 5 or something.
It's not very good.
And so they're all kind of having their issues. He's being, I already said he's kind of having his anger
And
issues. He's
Wendy's
like finding himself very irritated at Wendy for no reason. Irritable.
And Wendy is trying to kind of figure out Danny a little bit. Like she's like doesn't.
She's starting to like believe him.
Yeah, like she asked him like in the car, like, is Daddy drinking again? He's like, nah.
She's starting to like trust him more and not writing it off as like, oh, he's just a kid. Kind of like in Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's a good show. You should watch it. Anyway, so they're doing that, and they get in a car, they go somewhere. Wendy and
The library, I think.
Danny, the library, and Wendy's like, you know, we can go. I don't know if you like the Overlook. We can go stay somewhere else. And he's like, yeah, but he's like, actually, it's with my mom. And he's like, no, because she's gonna take me away from you. She thinks he's gonna be a better parent. And he's like,
kind of digs up all these things that Wendy was thinking anyway, but like now she hasn't talked to him about that stuff, so it's like, yeah, he knows stuff.
how?
Doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Anyway, and so then it ends. Predictions.
I already said one.
Yeah. You think he's gonna go in?
I think it's gonna go in room 217. I think something's gonna happen with the hose again, maybe.
I think
More
that
stuff with the wasps. Like some of this stuff that's kind of happening slowly might kind of all come back a little bit at the climax.
I think that Jack is gonna get more and more drinking symptoms.
I think he's gonna drink, or maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't know. And I think some bad stuff's gonna happen.
He's gonna get addicted to aspirin.
I have a question. How many pages are in that book right there?
700.
700.
Yeah.
And we just got to page 300, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that
Are we
means
doing some on my channel?
Yeah, we're doing half of them. So that means I believe the next one is the last one on this channel.
And then
the
you have
rest
to
of them-
subscribe to me, I guess.
I guess
Sorry.
you're gonna have to subscribe to us. So yeah. Thanks for
So
watching.
you 9 people, you babes,
I'm probably
come
3,
subscribe
so
to my channel. What?
I'm probably 3 of the 9. Still
I might be one of them. I don't know one of those.
9.
So like 2, 3. I'm just kidding. No, that's fine.
It's like 3. Those 3 people.
I think YouTube has been better about not counting your views as views though.
Maybe I don't know.
Because I feel like sometimes I'll see it as like being a couple more. Like it'll be like at 30 or whatever, it'll be like 36 from me going to it, and then the next day it'll be back at 30. Like
One
I think
time,
it
one of
does.
my videos was at like 110 views,
Yeah.
and then it went down to 50.
Really?
And I
That
was
seems like too
what,
much.
What'd you do? And then I looked it up, and apparently sometimes YouTube will like count the views and take out the ones that you've
I
done.
repeat it.
And I had done a lot of annotations and a lot of testing with annotations on that video.
Yeah.
So I would guess that I did 50 views and then I just took it off. But it's regained 50, so. Anyway, enough rambling about that. We'll see you guys next one, August 9th. August 9th.
You ready? Put this in fast motion. Put this in
Okay,
fast motion.
okay. August 9th. We'll see you there. That was great. Alright.